Hi, welcome back to Lost and Found. I'm Laura, and I'm sharing with you my journey on how to get healthy. Today, we're talking about how to stop hating exercise. If you've been dreading exercising, working out, being physically active, then you're in the right place. So, subscribe, comment, and share this with anybody you know who hates exercising. I haven't always hated exercise. When I was young, I actually liked being physically active. I would participate in all my PE lessons wholeheartedly. I was good at some things, not so great at other things, but I think I was generally really good at working out. My parents also told me that when they were younger, they used to exercise a lot. My dad was involved in cricket, my mom was a gymnast. There was a lot of physical activity that they did. So it should run in the genes, right? This is the story. So before this journey, I think the last time I was probably very active, taking part in sports and, any physical activity was when I was in university many years ago. So I would go with my roommate, every now and then I feel stuffed, I feel bloated, I don't feel okay. And we'll just hit the pitch that was nearby where we stayed. And we would just do anything. There was a friend of ours who used to like playing basketball. So we would join him. I don't think I learned anything, but at least we'd move around. Sometimes we would play tennis because there were tennis courts nearby as well, which I really enjoyed. Even in high school, I really enjoyed playing tennis. There's a church in the background and they're doing praise and worship, so I really hope that you can hear me because there's a lot of background music. Or maybe it will make you feel uplifted. So between high school and university, I did everything. Rounders, baseball, tennis, table tennis, volleyball, swimming, netball, and there were so many other things that I did as well. But the trick is, after university, when I joined the corporate world and the workforce, I stopped. The reason I stopped was not because I just suddenly decided to hate exercising. I think I mostly stopped because I just didn't think it was important to include it in my routine. When you're younger, you seem to have a lot of time. So I would use my free time to do all these things, even on the weekend, in boarding school. In fact, my parents even used to tell us, whatever it is, do something. But when I got older, now the focus was on getting a job, getting skills, attending trainings, whatever it was, I was always on the go, which I know a lot of us usually are. I never seem to prioritize time to create these routines. I think because I didn't have much time, even when I was free, I didn't have the energy for it. So instead of, going wherever to play tennis, to swim, whatever it was that I enjoyed before, I felt like I needed to rest. So I'll get my personal affairs in order, attend family events, talk to friends, have some sort of a social life. I never thought that I had the time to do this. So it was always go, 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 and just never a thought towards exercising. So, I talked about mindset in my previous video. When it comes to doing things, it always starts in the mind. So because my mindset was always, I need to do this, I need to achieve that, I haven't completed this, I need to try something out career-wise, trying to get skills, trying to figure out what I even wanted to do with my life. I know I sound really organized in my thoughts and how I'm expressing how I was very focused, but I was really confused for the longest time in my life. And so because of that, I was so focused on that working out or any physical activity outside of my schedule didn't make sense in my mind. I didn't even think about it. Like, why would I think about it when I have everything else to think about? The reason I started the journey, which I had explained in my very first video, is I felt I needed help. My health was a mess. I was borderline diabetic. I decided to seek help from a professional. And he told me, look, diet, exercise. With dieting, we can talk about that another time. He helped me with meal planning and still does. But my problem was how to get back to being physically active. To make matters worse, I had put on, over 40 kilos, and the weight was really hard on my knees and still is. I actually have a knee injury because of that right now, but it's another story. So I felt really heavy. getting up to jump and run and bend, and it's really difficult when you're really heavy. So I really struggled mentally on how I was going to do it. In fact, the first workout, I barely managed. The place I go is really supportive and they're really great at helping you no matter where you are in terms of your weight, your size, whatever your issue is. But it was really, really difficult because I had to carry all 105 kilos of myself. So my issue then was, how do I change my attitude towards working out, knowing my problems, my physical problems, all the health issues I had? How was I going to get going? And so every time I think about, oh, I have to exercise, I would always have a feeling of dread, an ice cold feeling of dread in my veins that I'm going to have to get up and move. And it was chilling and uncomfortable, and I never, ever, ever wanted to do it. Ever. So this video is basically about how I changed my attitude towards exercising or any physical activity so that it can help me on my journey towards weight loss and being a healthier me. I'm going to share with you 4 easy steps that I used and still use when I'm feeling kind of dreadful. The first step is I decided to show up regardless. I would always show up. I would get myself in my car, drive all the way to the gym, which is nowhere near where I live, and just show up. I'd be like, I'm here. So I wouldn't think about, oh, now I have to go and do push-ups. Oh, now I have to go and do pull-ups. Oh, no, I feel so tired and lazy and I just don't think I should go. I'll be like, you know what? Get into my gym wear, pick up my gym bag, get myself over there and avail myself. And that is how I did it. Step 2, this one comes after, I think, just showing up. There's certain things you may enjoy about working out. So you tend to find something that maybe you didn't think was something you'd enjoy and suddenly you're enjoying it. Or maybe it doesn't matter, you don't have to go to a gym. I was on doctor's orders and I decided to put myself in that program where my doctor was. You could do anything that you enjoy. Rather than just say, I don't want to exercise, think about something that you have either enjoyed in the past or something you think you may enjoy. Some people like dance. Some people like working out with their friends. Some people like walking, it helps them think and maybe listen to music. Some people like running, it just gives them that energy. Some people like swimming. I don't know, whatever it is. If it's something that you enjoy, it's probably the first thing you should think of doing before going for something that you probably wouldn't. But the first thing to do is try. So I guess what I'm saying is try and figure out what that thing is that you enjoy. But the first thing you have to do is show up. And believe me, everybody enjoys something. My third step is always switching it up. You may say that running is your thing, and that's great. And running has so many benefits, but there's so many other things that you can do which can get you to where you need to go. It's good to do what you enjoy, but there's so many other things that you could enjoy and that you could benefit from. So if you feel that, I've been doing the same thing, I'm getting bored, I'm just not feeling it anymore, switch it up. You either switch up the same exercise you're doing and do it slightly different. If you're walking, make sure, and hey, I hope you're power walking, not just taking a stroll. If you're walking, make sure that you take a different route or go up a different slope or just do something different to give you more gains. And your body will thank you for it because even your body doesn't want to do the same thing over and over again. The place where I go in the program that I use, the trainer's always switching it up. So we're always doing exercises that are similar but not the same. So if we do push-ups in one way, we now do push-ups in another way. If we're doing weights, if I'm lifting, then I'm lifting over the shoulder, and then maybe next time I'm lifting, like this. Next time it's with my arm. Like, we're always doing something different. It cannot always be the same thing. And I know there's a scientific reason why, and I'm going to get an expert to explain that in videos to come. The fourth step, always, just like I mentioned before, when it comes to motivation, always find something to motivate you to get moving. So, same thing like I've always mentioned in the past, music, talking to people, support system, motivational video, whatever it is. I do motivational videos and they always help me. So by the time I arrive, I am so set. So always find something that will get you in the mood to get moving. The last thing I have to say is working out is necessary to being healthy. It doesn't matter if you're obese or you're underweight, your age is, it's important to have some sort of physical activity. But as much as it's necessary to work out, it's incredibly important to enjoy it. I mean, life is already short as it is. So when people say, now I have to go to the gym and now I have to go and run and walk and do whatever, oh, it sucks, I just wish I could enjoy myself. Why not enjoy yourself while you're doing those things? So whatever it is that you need to do, whether you're switching it up or you're, psyching yourself up or motivating yourself before you start or getting a bunch of people to join you, whatever the case, make sure that you enjoy it because it's so important to enjoy this journey. When I started, my point was just to do it, to complete it. But I am so excited now that I actually get to enjoy it. I never thought I'd enjoy lifting. I never ever thought it. I'm terrible at running, partly because of my knees. It's really difficult now. But I didn't know that I'd like doing little sprints here and there because I do sprint a little bit. A little bit. Whatever it is, even if it's walking, make sure you enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching Lost and Found again. Please come back. Please come back. Tell all your friends, like, subscribe. I don't need to mention the obvious. Just make sure you come back and tell somebody about this who really needs it. And get